Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Crash Landing. So at the end of my last episode I had been moving on with a bit more pneumatic craft, and by the end of it I'd managed to get my light box set up. So I've been busily making empty PCBs along the way. And what I can now do with these empty PCBs is, now they've got 100% etch success chance, what I can actually do is chuck them in the etching acid like so. May as well chuck in like all of them, I suppose. Why the hell not? Get them like over and done with. And then what I need to do periodically is kind of pick them up, because bloody hell, I heard an explosion there. I think it's coming from my mob trap, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't blow anything up because I've got mob griefing off, but it's still kind of terrifying to hear that explosion every so often. It's like, what's going on? So yeah, what's going on with these empty PCBs now is essentially what I'm doing is I'm turning them into these unassembled PCBs, and every so often what I need to do is just go into here and check them all. So as you can see, the etching process is currently about 20% for all of them, so we're going to chuck all of these back in like so. And what we want to do is we want to keep picking these up, because if you don't, then basically they despawn eventually. I need to keep doing it with all of these. So I've still got a few empty PCBs left to lightbox. And then what I can then do is, once I've turned them into the unassembled PCBs, if we go to PCB, oops a daisy, PCB, here we go. Unassembled PCB. So then what we can do is turn them into these printed circuit boards, and then we can use them in I think we can turn them into a PRC logic expansion card, which we can then use in a machine frame. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So how the hell do I make... So let me just look up logic expansion card. Sorry, I want the recipe for it, don't I? So I need plastic sheets. Oh, right, I get them just by combining together 4 different kinds of plastic, which is quite cool. So I could literally combine together... I can make a ton of green plastic and then just combine them all into plastic, which would be quite cool. So I'm going to do that now, just so I've got a ton spare. So just chucking a load of creeper plant seeds. They're not exactly non-abundant creeper plant seeds, and if I always want more, then I can simply just go and chuck a load of bone meal on them. So we've got 60% chance, 62, 56 and 54. So they're almost there in terms of the etching process. So we're just going to chuck a load of these back in, like so. So while we're waiting, what I could also suppose I could do is actually start to turn some of these unassembled PCBs into what are they called, printed circuit boards. So we need to use all these transistors, and to make these transistors, basically what you do is you chuck in the black ones. You need some black plastic, which you get from squid plant seeds, which you need to plant on water, compressed iron and redstone. I actually found a second city just over in yonder direction, and I went and grabbed myself a load more compressed iron, and then loads of different what's the word I'm looking for? Went and grabbed an absolute ton of different pneumatic craft stuff. Got a load more kind of like high oven blocks and cracked seed bricks. Found some redstone ore as well, which is really cool. So let me have a look at that. So what we got? Redstone ore. Where have you gone? So redstone ore there. So you get 10 redstone ore is found randomly in a chest. And what can I do with that? Redstone ore. So I can smelt it to get 1. I can pulverize it, which I'll probably do at some point, which will get me 6 redstone. So that's another 60 redstone in just in that little small stack. I'm just wondering if there's a better way to do it. Probably the best way to do it would probably be to fortune pickaxe it, I suppose. Let me have a look at these PCBs. How are we getting on? So, oh, they're all done. Excellent. So just going away there, we've now got 8 unassembled PCBs. Fantastic. So where's my quest book? I'm fairly sure that's part of the quest line. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for under pressure. That's what I'm looking for. Then we want... So I've done plastic seeds. Exposure. So I need an empty PCB. I've done that. So manually detect. Do I have one of them? I thought I did. No, I've got an unassembled PCB. Whoopsie daisy. Ah, there's an empty PCB. Excellent. So at least I've got that there. So manual detect that. And then we get 8 compressed iron, 3 transistors, and 3 capacitors. Yay! So that's all done. And then, so blueprint for success. Oh, we can actually make this again, because apparently it's reset. So cooldown upon completion 4 days and 0 hours. But we've done the etching. So we've made the acid, because we already had to make that for the blueprint. We've got the unassembled PCB. And then last step is to make a printed circuit board. So let me grab... So I've got the capacitors on me, haven't I? Yep, excellent. So I've actually got 22 of each, which is quite a few for now. As I found a load in the city, and I've made a few myself, I think, as well. So what we're going to do now is make ourselves a few... Oh, that empty PCB is actually useless until I throw it in acid. So I may as well just chuck it in the chest for now, and then etch up a load more in a little bit. So let me just chuck another one of you in the light box. Get you going. Put you away, like so. But yeah, there's another explosion there. Things just keep exploding in my mob trap, don't they? Let's go have a look at that. I think it's going all right this season. I've got lots and lots of resources. Ender pearls are coming out of the absolute wazoo. See what I mean about creeper plant seeds? Got lots of them as well. So and we've even got some coal, which is quite nice. So it's just killing things quite nicely. And a giant zombie apparently. Apparently he's taking a bit more to die. Make sure we grab that zombie brain as I'm turning as much zombie brain as possible into dirt, as it's essentially now free dirt, all these zombie brains, so chuck them in there. So I've got 33 dirt now, which is quite cool. This is probably going to be one of the last times that you see my kind of temporary base with the way it's looking now. I'm thinking of doing some work over the weekend in terms of kind of aesthetically changing everything to make it more into a better home. So coming up with some buildings, making kind of dedicated buildings for all my Tinker's Construct stuff, having a building for Pneumatic Craft, all sorts of jazz like that. I've just realised that I've got a lot of stuff in there and it can't come out because that's currently saying capacitor. So we just turn it off and turn it to plastic. There we go. So all that plastic will be drawn out into the chest now. Where were we? Is that actually working? Or I've not got enough pressure. So let me just put a couple of bits of charcoal in, just increase the pressure. So under pressure. There we go. Oh, I've also got some more compressed iron as well. Very nice. Where was I? Oh yes, I was trying to make myself a printed the fully assembled one. So unassembled PCB, and we need to do 3 black and 3 blue transistors, and then we get a printed circuit board. Fantastic. So that's all done now. So do I get that? I get another printed circuit board and some plastic sheets. Fantastic. So we do have some of the assembling circuit boards. I will get around to this eventually. This is basically, instead of having to do the whole process with the light box and the etching, what you can do with this whole assembly setup is actually kind of you still have to use like pressure, but what you do is this does it all for you, so it just kind of automates the whole process. And then we've also got the upgrades for the different machines, a load of tools and stuff which we need to do. Oh, I've already got a charging station because apparently I found one of them in the city, so that makes things a lot easier. But what we can actually do, we're on to technological revolution now. So what we can actually do is covering the basics. So before we get to work on the more complex stuff, let's make sure you first have the groundwork down first. So we've actually unlocked technological revolution, which is quite cool. But what we can actually go back and do first is do the end of the beginning, because we've actually slime plant seeds, rubber tree. Don't need you, I don't think, because I've already got some slime plant seeds from what I remember, because I had to do that. I had to get some slime plants to actually make myself a... Let me have a quick look. Creeper slime. There, yeah, I've already got slime plant seeds, so I think I'm just going to go for the redstone there. Why the hell not? Redstone apparently will become very difficult to get hold of later on, so I may as well grab myself some redstone, like so. Put the iron ore dust away. I think we got some extra, so I've got another printed circuit board, got some more plastic sheets as well. What else did we get? Creeper plant seeds I've still got on me. What am I looking for? So I can at some point make myself an ender generator, which would be quite cool. I've got lots of ender pearls to actually power that now, and then we also need to make ourselves so we need a water bottle and a leadstone flux capacitor, and that gets us an iron ingot and 2 snow. Now that snow is very important because that basically allows us to make ourselves a glacial precipitator. So water on its own cools you by 0.05 degrees and maxes out at 37 degrees C. Cold water cools you by 0.1 degrees and will give you hypothermia if you drink too much of it. Fair enough. So you may have noticed it's a little bit warm on this planet. So yeah, don't lose the snow basically, because that's the only way of ramping up. So a reactant dynamo and a grinder. So I think this will be quite useful for... what's the word I'm looking for? So what I want to do at some point is swap this over from iron spikes and just put a Mine Factory Reloaded grinder in here, and then just have it hooked up to a reactant dynamo and have all of the mob essence generated by the grinder going into the reactant dynamo, powering the what's it called? Powering the grinder, and then also siphoning off any spare energy into like energy cells, which you can then use around my base and stuff like that, which would be quite cool. So I will get on that. So I've got lots of things to do now, which is quite cool. Now we've kind of like got this technological revolution underway. I can hit some of these in a little bit, maybe in an episode 2's time. But first of all, let's do... I'm just trying to think what's the best one to do now. I think... Did I actually do that? I'm sure... Did I never actually make a deep tank controller? I never did I? Or did I? And it's just sitting here. A deep tank controller? No, apparently I never did that. So I'll do that at some point. That's something I can do off camera. Or it nets you with 64 bricks anyway. So let me think. So what do I want to do here? Let's go back to technological revolution and do covering the basics. So let's make ourselves our first PRC LX1000 logic board. So let's search for logic. There we go. Logic expansion card. So we should be able to shift click that in there and make one of them like so. Fantastic. So that's that, and then we need to make a machine frame. So let's look up machine frame. There we go. So we need Invar, and we need Electrum and some glass. So Invar we're going to get from the smeltery by combining together, if we can find it, molten nickel and molten iron. So let me have a quick look. How much nickel have I got? Nickel. Pulverized nickel. Do I have any more nickel? Am I literally out of nickel? Am I going to have to start creating some more gravel and then... Oh, nickel or dust. There we go. Whew. I was about to get worried. I was like, I'm sure I've got more nickel in here somewhere. What else have we got? So, nickel, and I've already got a ton of iron. So what I can do is I'm going to run this nickel through the high oven first. Reason being is that we just smash up this because I want to do it as ingots, like so. So what we need to do is chuck you out like so, put you in. Need to then jump up, put that in, and then we need a block of charcoal. We'll whack you in like so. Take out this copper for now. Activate you, activate you. That will then start melting down my nickel, which will be very nice indeed. I'll put the copper in afterwards and just start that processing. So what it's going to do is essentially produce me 18 nickel ingots, which I can then combine together with some iron to make some Invar. We also need gold and silver. So I think I've already got gold ingots, so I also need some silver as well. So let me grab some silver. So I'll grab, say, like 10, turn them all into ingots as well. Once this nickel is done, we can then, once that's all done, I can then swap it over to the smeltery, combine it together. So I've already made bronze. So what I did is I actually made these giant junglewood trees, and then what I did off camera is actually make myself a lumber axe, wherever it is. There we go, lumber axe. So what I can do, go along, tree capacitate my huge jungle trees, and actually get lots and lots of delicious wood, which I can then turn into charcoal, which is quite cool. And then what I'll do is start to set up some kind of tree farm at some point with a harvester and a planter, and then just start harvesting these jungle trees, because not only do you get the leaves if you turn them to shear, but you also get all the vines, which you can then use all the vines to turn into dirt, the leaves to turn into water, and all of the wood to turn into charcoal. So they're essentially like the perfect tree for Crash Landing. So, and they grow nicely in this particular biome. So how's this doing? Is this actually melting? It's just getting up to temperature. Once it gets a little bit hotter, it basically gets a lot faster in terms of the way it processes the ore. So we just literally just got to wait kind of like a few minutes just as it gets a little bit hotter. And then as soon as it gets hot enough, it will literally be almost instantaneous in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? Instantaneous in the speed in which it melts down the my dust blocks. So that's still etching because the pressure has gone down. So let me just put a bit more charcoal in all of these. I'll put 2 in just so it doesn't run down. You don't want to put too much in because you obviously don't want it to overpressure, but just putting a couple in won't really matter too much. I think we lost some pressure from all this plastic as well. Let me drop some plastic inside there. So how's this going? Is this getting up to temperature? We've almost got some nickel, and then once it's then started melting down, it will just start automatically chucking it out into the ingot cast, and then we'll get lots of nickel ingots in there, which would be quite nice. So we're up to 1,300 degrees C in my high oven, which is quite nice. Actually, what I'm going to do is turn... Oh no, I remember that's a duct. I need to change it over to a drain at some point because you can't... The duct basically allows you to put items in, but what I need that to be is a drain, so I can start automatically pulling things out of there and putting them into my smeltery instead. So yeah, I've apparently got the wrong kind of connection on there. I think it's something I just grabbed from the city without really even thinking about it. So there we go. So the first nickel is done, and as you can see, it's going up a fair bit faster now. It's up to temperature, which is quite cool, and it'll start chucking out ferrous ingots, which is very nice indeed. So yeah, what I think I need to do is also get a pulverizer set up soon. So pulverizer. and then actually start pulverizing up cobblestone into gravel, so that I can actually start sifting gravel. What I'm going to do at some point is also set up a Steve's Factory Manager sifting setup as well, and kind of automate that whole process. But that's something I'm going to have to get around to. Well, once I've started designing my whole base a bit better, it should become a little bit easier. Let's get a PB&J sandwich. I'm getting a little bit hungry. There we go. And we also need something else as well. Tomato soup won't quite cut it. Neither will fruit salad, but I'm going to have one anyway. Fruit salad. And then we just need something like a monster jerky, just to do half a heart, like so. So we're up to full hunger. Very nice indeed. How are we doing on the melting? So that's all melted. So we can also do silver. Come on. Where the hell did it go? There we go. Silver dust as well. Fantastic. So that's all going in there. We've got ferrous ingots, so we can start melting you down into. So what was the ratio again? So we need to go back to Invar. Invar. What am I looking for? Molten Invar. That's what I want. So we need a 1:2 ratio between iron and nickel, I believe. 1:2. Yeah. So I need 2 iron to every 1 nickel. So let me dash back over here. Am I all out of Invar? I think I'm all out of Invar. Yeah, I think I am. I don't think I've got any. So let me kind of put some of you back. So we get 6, and then we'll get 12 iron, something like that. That'll be fine. So that should make quite a bit for now. What am I doing? So I need to dump some of this stuff because it's all kind of junky. So let me dump some of my Pneumaticraft stuff in there, like the unassembled PCBs, which we'll get around to, and the capacitors and things like that. Oh, bloody hell. Jesus Christ, you came out of nowhere, didn't you? Sodding gassed. It's like that scared the crap out of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in the ferrous and the iron. Well, the iron will have to wait. The nickel will go. The ferrous will go in there first, so the nickel, and then the iron will go in there later. What I really need to do is just build that up with a few more blocks, so I can actually fit some more ingots in. So let me have a quick look at that. So wow, look at that. I've got lots of crack seared bricks from raiding the city. So let me just build you up a wee bit. So like so, I believe. Oh, whoopsie-daisy. So once I've done this, it should make a second layer in there. Yeah, excellent. So I can put the other 9 iron ingots that I want in there, which is quite cool. Melting it down quite quickly. Am I getting thirsty? I am getting a little bit thirsty. I'm going to have to do that in a second. So that has pushed out all of my ferrous and all of my silver. So excellent. So what I also want to do is, while this has still got some temperature in it, I'm also going to do my copper as well. And then what we can also do is, so Electrum, I believe, is a 1:1 ratio between the two. So Electrum, yep, molten gold and molten silver. So what we'll do is we'll grab, let's say, like 10 gold, 10 silver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Marvellous, that can all go in there like so. Oh, I can put these bricks away as well. Bricks. I've also got random gunpowder on me now. Redstone, coal. Oh yeah, I've got my logic expansion card already on me. Fantastic. So, so that has melted down. So we've got a load of Invar now, which is cool. So I've made 18, which means I can actually pull it out with a casting basin, which is excellent. So Invar is on the bottom. So let me start melting down the gold and the silver. There we go. So you're all melting down. Seared stone, bronze, Invar, lots of delicious stuff in there. So this is melting down fairly quickly now, which is quite cool. It's got lots of fuel in it. We just pour out the second Invar block. So as soon as that, all these other ingots are melted down, I can then what's the word I'm looking for? Then put in the last 2 silver ingots and balance it all out. So there we go, those last 2 silver ingots. And we've also got some molten electrum, which is quite cool. So I can pour out a block of that. So I turn that into 18 Invar ingots. So that should do us for 4. What's the word I'm looking for? 4. My brain's totally gone here. That should do us for 4 machine blocks for now. And then we've also got 1 electrum block. And as soon as that's melted down, and I'm getting 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab something to drink real quick. So 1, 2, 3, marvellous. Here we go. Just because I'm getting heat stroke, I don't want heat stroke. Heat stroke is not fun. So we're going to get the second electrum block. as well. Leave some electrum in there. I don't mind leaving ores in there, really, because they just sit there nicely. You don't need to pour them out. It's just a way of storing them. It's not as though I'm using the smeltery as my main processing thing. That's mostly down to the high oven, which is quite cool. I've still got some heat now. What I might do is actually go and grab some ores and start processing them up as well. So let me grab, say, a load of iron. What else have we got? We've got all sorts in here, basically. Gold. Yeah, let's do iron first. Iron's always important, so I'll start processing up some iron. Oh, hang on a minute. If I go to the machine block... there we go, machine frame. No, I can't. I was thinking... I'm sure you used to be able to use something like aluminium to do things like that, but I think obviously because we need to use the electrum and the invar, that's not going to happen. So there we go. We've got electrum, we've got invar, so we just need some glass now. Where is my delicious glass? I know I've got a little bit left. There we go. 1, 2. So we can make ourselves a machine frame. So shift click. Why is that not working? Because it's done. There we go. So we'll do invar, 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 invar. Is it 4 invar? Oh yeah, 4 invar, 2 electrum, and a logic expansion card. Boom! First machine frame. We're underway, guys. We're underway. So electrum, I think invar's probably the rarer of the two, so I'm actually going to grab some more invar just so I can make some more machine frames. So excellent, that's what I like to see. So we're getting started. So MFR basics. So we need a precision sledgehammer, which I made because I made what's the word I'm looking for? I made some conveyor belts, and the only way to change them around is by using a precision sledgehammer. So I already made one of them. There it is. And to make one of them, you basically make it with 3 plastic, which you get from either raw plastic or the pneumatic wrap plastic, and a couple of sticks. So there's a creeper blowing up downstairs. Precision shears. How do you make them? Oh, right. This is extra utility. So you need unstable ingots from a division sigil, which you have to do the ritual, I believe. So I won't be making that anytime soon. And an angel block. And wow, they last for quite a while. 1024. Fair enough. So I've already made that. Tin upgrade. Let me have a look at the upgrades. So upgrade. So I'm looking at the MFR ones, which are these ones. So tin upgrade is 3 tin, 3 plastic, a gold nugget, and a couple of bits of redstone. So not too bad. I've got gold nuggets somewhere. Yeah, I've got 5 gold nuggets, so I can make 5 upgrades quite nicely. What else have we got? So we've also got basic machines. So auto packager is going to be very handy, especially when I start sifting gravel and I want to start combining together all of the ores and then kind of like pulverizing them down. So the pulverizer is going to be important. Redstone furnace, not so much at this stage. Energetic infuser as well. Basic applied. I won't be getting onto applied energetics anytime soon, as it's quite complicated. It's not complicated. It's just going to be tough to get all the what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be quite tough to get all the items in place. So what I can actually do with the getting chilly, I can actually do that real quick. Power underwhelming. Is that power underwhelming? A bit over 20 minutes per ender power. This isn't a bad source of power. I'm sure we can do better, however. So yeah, I will be probably using ender generators as a good initial source of power as well. We also need to make ourselves a reactant dynamo and a grinder. So reactant dynamo. What does that look like? Tinker's alloy gear, which I think you can get from bronze. Yep. Then Tinker's alloy ingot, a logic expansion card, and a redstone transmission core. So yeah, we just need to basically just make an absolute crap ton of logic expansion cards right now. Just keep making PCBs basically. Can put you away, put another one of you in the light box. Very nice. So I've got quite a few unassembled PCBs, which I can obviously transform into printed circuit boards and then into logic expansion cards with plastic. Let me just have a quick look. So I'm just trying to think, trying to figure out how much plastic I get from that. So I do get 4 plastic from the 4 plastic sheets. So it's basically kind of a 1-for-1 trade, trading pneumatic craft plastic into MFR plastic. What's the recipe for the harvester? Can I do that by the end of this episode? Let me just have a quick look. So that's 2 lots of shears, an invar axe. So that's probably the most expensive part. At least I don't have to use invar shears, 2 plastic, a machine frame, and a redstone reception coil. So I've actually got 2 machine frames, which is quite cool as well. I got a second one for my reward. I might try and make one of them quick, just because I can start then just shearing down these trees, which would be quite cool. So let me put that together. So we need 1, 2, 3 invar. I'll put the rest in there for now. What else do I need? So I need some sticks, I need some shears, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4 iron. Put the electrum away. Need some gold, so I'll grab some gold like so. I need some redstone and I need some plastic. So redstone, do I have any plastic on me in here? Or have I got to go grab some? I think I've got to go grab some, haven't I? So let me go and grab you, plastic. So, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1 there, but I need 2 for the recipe, I believe. So let me run over here. So what I want to do is, I need some sticks as well, don't I? There we go, sticks, 1, 2. So I'll make sticks, invar, axe. Need 2 lots of shears, 1 and 2. I need a redstone reception coil, like that. I need the 1. I also need some plastic, so 4 plastic sheets, and that should be everything. But it will probably won't let me shift click it in because it's silly. So we'll do that. We'll do the reception coil. We'll do the shears. We'll do the invar axe, and we'll do the plastic, and we get a harvester. So what I can then do is plonk down my harvester there, grab my wrench, my crescent hammer, flip you round so the harvester is in the correct orientation. What I then need is some way of powering it. So I've got a spare redstone energy cell here. What I'm then going to do, survivalist generator. I'm going to make a couple of these. So I need some cobblestone, some iron, and some redstone. I've got redstone on me. I need some iron. There we go. And I need some cobblestone. Do I have plain cobblestone here? I do have plain cobblestone. If not, it's in my barrel over there. So what I then need to do is make a couple of furnaces. So 1, 2, marvellous. And then I should be able to make 1. Am I out of cobblestone? Apparently I'm out of cobblestone. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go, grab a little bit more. Drop that in there. That's just like my miscellaneous building materials in here at the moment. Said I do plan on getting a bit more organised over the weekend, start building some nice looking structures and stuff like that, which would be quite cool. Let's make up some more charcoal at it as well. So I got loads of jungle wood, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 6 is 48. I think you need to do 9. So 9 times 6 is 54, which pretty much balances out just about. Oh wow, I've actually got a crap ton of charcoal in here, which I'd not realised. We also need a chest, which would be a good idea. So let me grab 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wood, put you in there, and then do a double chest like so. And then what we can do is run over to here, plonk you down like so, put the redstone energy cell there. Where's my 2 survivalist generators? So 1 survivalist generator in there, 1 on there. Will that spin round? I don't know if that's actually going to provide power or not, so I'm just going to smack it up and put it down that way around. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pieces of charcoal each, just provide lots of power. I just realised I've got a load of what's it called? Slag over here. So I've got lots of ingots now, which is looking kind of cool. So this is out of power. So I can turn both of these off now. I don't need that. Because I've still got molten iron in there, so I need to turn that on actually. Whoops-a-daisy. So then that's getting power. That is not getting power because what I need to do is change the orientation as that to orange. Is that going to work? I think it's supposed to be orange. Change it all to orange just to be on the safe side. Why are you not gaining any power? That is the question. Has it actually got any power? Oh no, I need to actually change that to blue. Left to blue. Front to blue. Is that right? Is that actually chucking out power into that? No. Why are you not chucking out power? Oh, that to blue as well. Why is that not gaining any power? These are producing power, but no power is going in. This is all very weird. Why is power being lost here? So max input. Why? Oh, there we go. So it's there we go. So it's actually coming in now. Fantastic. So that is all chucking out the vines. And oh crap! What else I need to do is tell that to shear leaves. Yes. Whew, that was a close one. So that is cutting something down very, very slowly. Wow, look at all that. Look at all the vines, the leaves, the jungle wood already, and it's only just started. It will do this very slowly until it gains up some power, which will probably be between... so what I'll come along and do, every time it shears down an entire tree, what I'll come and do along is replant all of that. So it should, once it starts shearing the leaves, it should provide... what's the word I'm looking for? It should provide saplings as well, that's what I'm looking for. I also need to go get some water. So let me do that. So 1, 2, 3, water, excellent. So I should have lots of water, lots of dirt now, thanks to all the vines and then eventually all the leaves as well. And what I can just do is keep topping this up, which would be quite nice. Yeah, for some reason the max input and output wasn't responding, so that is now cutting very, very slowly. It's providing us, however, with vines, leaves, and wood, which is awesome. And yeah, what I'll do is just until I can get a harvester set up as well. What I'll just do is just keep manually planting saplings, and then what's the word I'm looking for? Planting saplings, and then kind of letting it. So I've got one there. One's just randomly dropped off. Replant you, haha. So yeah, I think this has been a fairly successful episode. Like I said, what I'll do between now and the next episode is start kind of expanding outwards and start building dedicated buildings to certain things. So, and then kind of expanding out my perimeter, and just building kind of like a kitchen. So I've got a series of buildings that I want to build. I want to build like a kitchen. I want to build a Tinker's Construct area. I want to build a Pneumaticraft area. I want to build a power area. I'll probably keep this as, I don't know, living quarters for like sink storage, and then also have all the mob drops coming to here as well. So this will be like my mob drop and storage area maybe down here. I might move my garden up to the top, out into the daylight probably. That'll be the plan anyway. We are getting more saplings here, so which is cool. So I can just keep planting them like so. So there we go. So this has been a fairly successful episode. We're on the technological revolution. So for the next episode, what I might do is make the grinder and the reactant dynamo for my mob grinder. Maybe also do the getting chili. Also keep working on the what's it called? Technological revolution. That is cutting down really, really slowly. Is actually producing any saplings? You'd hope it would do, really. So this will kind of start to gain power as in between like growths of the trees, because I'm not going to fertilize it at all. I'm just going to kind of let it grow fairly naturally. So I can also grab some leaves and run them through my water system. And I'm just realising I'm getting hungry as well. So let me grab a sandwich from here. So I get a blueberry one. Has that not eaten recently? Excellent. So nom 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 nom. That'll recharge my hunger quite a bit. So let's chuck the vines in there. We can chuck the leaves in here. Got lots of jungle saplings here if we're short. If it doesn't produce that many, I've got loads spare, which is quite cool. Is it actually producing in here? Oh no, I think it's producing leaves as opposed to saplings. So, which is weird. I don't know if it's just because it's not doing it fast enough, or I don't know. But I'd rather have the leaves and just keep planting the saplings right now. I'm assuming it'll probably produce saplings in future. So as you can see, this will start building up lots of energy now, which will make it a lot quicker in future, which is quite cool. So we're just basically just waiting for the tree to grow, and then it should have charged up a lot of energy in here, a lot of energy in here, and then in theory maybe some energy in there, but most of it's probably going to be in the redstone energy cell. So there we go. That's going to be the end of the episode. It's been successful. We've progressed quite a bit actually. So we're actually looking at a really good situation right now where we've got technology, we've got lots of resources. What I really need to do is start improving my sifting system. So I'll probably come up with some kind of Steve's Factory Manager way of doing that. As that looks really powerful, that mod, which I've never really touched on before, but it'd be interesting to give it a go on this particular mod pack. It'd be another mod that I can teach myself, which would be quite cool. So building up quite a bit of power in here now, so that should, in theory, shear down the next tree like super duper fast, which would be quite cool. So we've got lots of leaves, lots of wood, so that'll do that all automatically for us now, apart from the planting, which we'll have to do ourselves. Let me just put some more leaves in there. The rest can go in there. Marvellous. Oh yeah, when I was in the city, I managed to find a flux-infused pickaxe, but I won't be able to use that next until I can actually charge it up, making some kind of energetic infuser or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to end the episode there. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.